Today I'm going to walk you through creating a paginated report using Power BI Report Builder. But I'm going to do it without uploading the Excel file directly to the Power Builder, and I'll show you why. So let's get into the video. So we're going to go into the Power BI Report Builder. It's already open here. So let's close this wizard. So now what our instructor at DeepTech actually wanted us to do was to upload the Excel file or table into the report builder, but I wasn't able to do that. I had this notification that you're going to see. Just let this load. Okay, so it's downloading, and this is the option here to upload the Excel table. So I'm just going to go to upload file, and here you can see that I have a notification here, and it's because the work email I'm using doesn't have the required Microsoft subscription. So obviously I'm going to have to find another way to do this assignment, which is what I'm going to be showing in this video. So I'm going to come here to data sources, and I'm going to right click, and you can see this add Power BI semantic model connection. So this is what I'm actually going to use to bring my work into the Power Builder to use, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So to make use of the Excel table in the report builder, first you have to get it into Power BI, and that's what you're seeing here. So here you can see that I have the orders Excel table in Power BI, and these are all the fields in the table, and I use some of them to create this table visual here in Power BI. So what you need to do is to publish this, and for you to do that you need to be signed in. As you can see, I'm signed in, right? Okay, so we're going to come to the home tab. I'm already on the home tab, and then we will click on publish. Okay, and then you select my workspace. This is where the Power BI file will be staying online. Okay, so we click select, and then we allow it, we wait for it to do its thing. Okay, so once we're done with all this, I'm going to show you what it looks like online, and we are going to use this in the report builder. I'm signed into the online service. I'm just going to show you what it looks like and what we're going to be using in the report builder. So we'll click on my workspace, which is where you'll find what you published. So here, this is a sale demo data, the recent one that I published, and underneath is the semantic model, and that's what we will be connecting in the report builder. So I'm just going to go back to the report builder. Okay, so now in the report builder, we go to data sources here. We right click, and you can see the add Power BI semantic model connection. So we click on that and wait for it to load. Okay, so now it's done. And this is the recent one that I published. This is what I'm going to choose. So I'm going to click on this and select. Okay, and you can see that it appears here. Okay, next we're going to add the data set from the model. So we right click on the model and we click on add data set. So here you can decide to do the drag and drop thing. To do that, we're going to click on Query Designer. So that'll take some time. Okay, so that's done. Now, here you can see all the tables that you're going to work on. I'm just going to expand this plus button next to my orders table. And then here I can see all the fields that I'm going to be working with. I can decide to drag the customer name and drop it there. I can also drag sales. Okay, so whichever ones I want, I can just drag and drop. But I'm not going to do this. So I'm just going to cancel. I usually prefer to use DAX queries because it's faster for me. So I'm going to cancel this. Yes. And then I'm going to come to the query and I will paste my DAX query there. Then I will click on validate query to execute it. Okay, so I'm just going to allow that to load. Okay, still loading. Okay, so it's done and we can see query validation was successful. Data set fields were updated. So, okay. And I click OK again, and then we can see our data set has appeared here and all the fields are available. Okay, so the next step is actually to create the paginated report. Now using these fields from the data set that I've created. Okay, so I think our DeepTech instructor already showed how to create paginated reports in Power BI report builder, but I'm still going to do it here because most of our courses on DeepTech on the DeepTech Ready program are almost an hour long. So this is for people that might want to check only this bit of information. Okay, so to create the paginated report, we're going to click on Insert up here. This looks really familiar, like the regular Microsoft interfaces. Anyway, next we'll click on Table here. And we can see we have two options, Table Wizard. We can use the Table Wizard or Insert Table. I'm just going to go with Insert Table. So I'm going to have to click and drag to get the table out. And by default, it has 3 columns. But from my data set, I have 5 fields. So that means I need 2 more columns. So I'm just going to click inside and I'll right click and go to insert column. So I'm going to click the right because that's where I want the column to be. So I have another column. I need 1 more to make it 5. So I'm going to repeat the process, click insert column and right again. So I have my 5 columns. Okay, so now I'm just going to drag and drop the fields into the table, the column table. So I'll start with customer name. I'll drag and drop that. Next is segment. I'll drag and drop. I'll go for total quantity. I'll drag and drop that. Total sales. And the last one is total profit. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is add a title or heading for this table so that people can understand what's going on here. So I go to insert and then header. Okay, so if I click header, there's add header. So if I click that, I get a header on the top of the table. And here I can add a text box where I can type my title in. So for the title, I'm going to give it, say, font size 26, bold, and maybe center it. Okay, and then I'm just going to type something simple there, like super store data. Okay, so and now we're going to view the table. So to do that, we're going to go to the home tab. I'm already on the home tab, and then I'm going to click on run. So we're going to wait for it to load. Okay. Okay, so that's done, and now we can view the table. Okay, so if you've watched up to this point, please like and subscribe. This is my first YouTube video, so please support me. That way I can keep making more videos. So thank you so much for your time. Now back to the paginated report. Okay, so we can click on this arrow button up here, next, and we can keep clicking until we get to the end, or we can use last if we want. Okay, go back to first. So here we can see on the top there is customer name, segment, total quantity, and all that. Those are the column headers. But if we move to the next page, we see that they are missing. So we need to fix that so that all the pages here can have the same column headers on the top. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go back to where we can edit it, and we click on design. Okay, so back here at the bottom, we see there's this triangle arrow here at the bottom right. So if we click on that, we'll see the advanced mode. We click on advanced mode, and then we see a bunch of static fields appearing. Okay, so you can see that this static field here above details, this means the column headers. This is referring to the column headers, and obviously they are static because they don't change. So this is what we're actually going to edit so that all the pages can have the same column headers on them. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go to the view tab up here. We'll click on it, and then we'll choose, or we'll check this property box, and then we can see a property window appears on the side. Here we're going to click on this static up here, and then after that we'll come here and we'll go to repeat on new page. So we need to change this from false to true. So once we double click on it, that's it, we're done. Now we can close the property window and then go back to home and run. So when we run it, we can see our table, and here we'll let it load, allow it to load. Okay, so now we can see our table, and when we click next, we see that the customer name, segment, total quantity, they're all there. The column headers are there. And so that's it, we're done. Okay, so now you can publish this, you can export it as a PDF, you can do whatever you want with it. This is your paginated report. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.